car night, ladies and gentlemen. Last week it was Paul Bledsoe getting the win at Nazareth Speedway, absolutely dominating the event too. John Mullen tried making a late charge, but couldn't quite get there. This time, though, we are at Eldora Speedway, the house that Earl built. At least that's what it says on the back straightaway. Don't exactly have a camera for that at the moment, but what we do have is 12 drivers fighting for a chance at the main event. Here they are: Jennifer Legacy, Cody Hayner, Jesse Dalton, Cousins, Boston, Asami Kiro, Keshiel, Ekroth, Bourne, Langton, Carpenter, and Riles, all fighting for a shot at getting into the main event. The top 4 drivers, I believe I said it was, will move on from this race to the main event. Those who finish 5th, 6th, and 7th will go from this race to the last chance qualifier. 8th on back, sorry, you're out of this race. We finish up qualifying here. Oh gee, that was a little too fast. So Dalton gets the pole alongside Andrew Ekroth, Cousins, Hayner, Legacy, Bourne, Keshiel, Kiro, Langton, Boston, Riles, Carpenter, all up there. The background noise sounds a little distorted for me. Oh well. And if it sounds a little distorted for me, it's going to sound a little distorted for you guys. Anyways, all 3 heats will be 25 laps, by the way. So, yep, house that Earl built, as it says on the back straightaway. Alright, so yeah, the last chance qualifier will only be 9 drivers, with the top 3 there. Basically, top third from each heat in the last chance qualifier will move on. Green flag is out. So they're racing through turns 1 and 2. Very small field. Almost all of them can fit inside the camera here. Dalton gets to the lead, but here comes Cousins now. He's trying to fight for a chance to get into the race. Cousins down to lead. Legacy now will try and take second away from Dalton. Whereas Dalton didn't have the best races last year, so they raced through in turn number 1 once again. Ooh, 3 wide farther in the back. Asami Kiro, not the best of starts. She's going to try and work her way back up. Remember, top 4 qualify for the main event. So now Keshiel gets in the 2nd, Riles in the 3rd. Here comes Cousins now, or not Cousins, Carpenter for 4th. Cousins continues to lead. Riles now up to 2nd, going for the lead though. Carpenter up to 3rd, 3 wide for 4th now. This is for the transfer spot into the main event. They were also 3 wide back for the final transfer spot into the last chance qualifier. Now for the lead up here, it is Carpenter to the lead with Riles in 2nd. Cousins now fighting back on the inside. Dalton still just barely within that main event cutoff. Langton barely within the, no, Langton's actually outside of the, oh no, Langton is inside the, thing there. Is now 3 wide for the final transfer stop. Once again, Langton has it now. Ooh, Boston, Dalton get up into the wall. Boston is going to go around. That is going to bring out a caution. I think. Yep. As Riles is going to try and get Carpenter at the line, he barely will. And just like that, Asami Kuro works her way up into a main event, or not a main event, a last chance qualifier spot for now. Alright. Dolan, Boston, both with a lot of damage. Riles, Carpenter. The 12 of Cousins has some damage. Quick Born in his return after his suspension in 4th. As the green flag comes back out, Riles trying to get up there and pull away. 10 to go in this heat. Next time by. Carpenter and Cousins, both looking low. Carpenter gets there first, though. Sami loses the spot to Jennifer Legacy. Sami just barely within the last transfer spot. Dolan, Boston, both making up ground here. As Riles is going to lose a spot to Cousins. Potentially, as Riles gets into the wall, here comes Langton now into 4th. Dolan drives all the way back up to a transfer spot into, at the very least, the last chance qualifier. Riles is fading now. Ooh, all 3 leaders up into the wall, I think, except for maybe Langton. Riles falls out of a transfer spot into the main event. Quickborn takes it. Here comes Jennifer Legacy now. Mark Boston and Jesse Dalton side by side. Will anything happen there, potentially? No. Mark Boston gets around Jesse cleanly. Langton to the lead now. Cousins to second. Carpenter falls back to 3rd now, but Cousins doesn't want second. He wants the lead. It'll be 5 to go next time by. Just goes to show you just how fast these heats can go. Everybody trying to race their way in. Cousins gets the lead as Langton drifts up into the wall. Carpenter hanging on to 4th for now. Boston is the last guy right now to hold a transfer spot, at least into the last chance qualifier. But Quickborn's going to drift high, get into the wall. Dalton now in 7th. And he's going to cut underneath Boston a little bit more aggressively than Boston did for him. Riles trying to take 3rd away from Langton now. No, 2nd, my bad. Langton gets into the wall a little bit. Jesse and Mark both battling for position now still. Jesse takes the spot, almost gets into the forward. Legacy. Boston with the final transfer spot. Can Egroth get back into the race? Legacy trying to get around Carpenter, can't quite do it. Meanwhile, up front, Riles has the lead. Cousins and Riles both on the wall. Here comes Langton now. This is the final lap for the first heat. Who will get into the main event here? Off of turn number 2 and into the lead. Riles is in the wall. And Carpenter gets into the main event. And Jesse Dolan just gets barely passed by Egroth. And just like that, Riles, Langton, Cousins, and Carpenter will be making it into the East. Right. Riles, Langton, Cousins, Carpenter will be joining Lamas, Takeda, McCorder, and Zimmerman in the main event. Legacy, Boston, and Ekroth will be fighting for a chance to get into the main event via the last chance qualifier. Riles is going to take another lap after winning the heat, as everyone else comes down. Guess Riles just wants to celebrate and run more laps. I don't know. Anyways. Alright, I guess Riles is stuck in that. I guess I found a bug with the track. Anyways, we'll be right back with Heat number 2, folks. Alright, in Heat 2, it's going to be Lionheart, Onesto, Merzlac, Michaels, Ishtar, Gorman, Marks, Ravenhurst, Nguyen, Miller, Bishop, and Corbett. Battling for a shot at the win today. Miller on the pole alongside Bishop, Ishtar, Michaels, Lionheart, Gorman, Corbett, Onesto, Marks, Merzlac, Ravenhurst, Nguyen. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Green flag is out for Heat number 2. 25 laps around this short half-mile oval with a clay, muddy, dirt surface. The tight, more compact right now. So they're 3 wide. Miller with the lap lead, but here comes Ishtar. 3 wide now for second, as Bishop falls back to 4th. That is the final transfer spot for the main event. Ooh, Miller hard into the wall. That's going to slow up the pack a little bit. Ravenhurst now jumps up to 4th, as Bishop had to slow up for Miller. 3 wide now as they battle within the last 3 spots to transfer to a later event. Merzlac up to 5th with a very nice move. Lionheart leads Miller somehow second after hitting the wall. Merzlac now up to 4th, as Ishtar has an issue and has fallen outside the main event transfer and might fall out of a position to transfer to the last chance qualifier. Merzlac now going to try and battle for the lead. Merzlac to the front now. Still side by side with Lionheart, though. Lionheart just barely taps the wall. Nguyen, surprisingly, battling for second. 3 wide with Miller and Lionheart now. Bishop hanging on to 7th for now. He's right behind Joshua Michaels, who's worked his way up. So they run around the course. Ooh, Merzlac into the wall a little bit. Ooh, they're 3 wide. They're battling for position, knowing full well this might be their only shot at getting into the main event. Chase Marks and Kyle Corbett way back in the field. Bishop and Nguyen battling for second now. Michaels has worked his way up to 3rd. Surprising, to be honest. So Nguyen falls out of a main event transfer spot. Meanwhile, they're battling for the last spot to transfer into the last chance qualifier. Miller and Lionheart both up front earlier with this race. Andrew Gorman in a surprising position right now, as Bishop now takes the lead. An accomplished dirt track racer, no surprise there that he's out front. Or at least has found his way up to the front. But however, he slaps the wall, as does Merzlac and Michaels. Gorman hanging on to 7th for now. Can Nguyen maybe get up to the 14? Has him for the final spot. RJ Bishop hasn't pulled away. Ooh, into the wall again goes Merzlac and Bishop, I mean. Michaels now attacking Merzlac for second. So we just passed halfway in this race. Merzlac a little bit into the wall again. Ravenhurst solidly in that final main event transfer spot, but she's going to pass Merzlag now for third. Can Merzlag hang on? Miller's fallen back to seventh now. Can Merzlag hang on to the final main event transfer spot? Here comes Lionheart now. To the inside for fourth. Lionheart now going to try and take third from Ravenhurst. Miller might be in trouble here. If he gets passed by Ishtar, that's it. He's outside of the transfer spot. He hits the wall. That's not going to help his case. Merzlag now trying to fight back. Lionheart's in the transfer spot for now, but can Merzlag hang on? Wait, no, Merzlag is in the transfer spot. My bad. Okay, can Merzlag hang on to that transfer spot? Here comes Lionheart trying to take second away from Michaels, falling back earlier. Miller's been passed by Onesto, but now Corbett's going to try and take away that transfer spot from Onesto. This is to move on to a later event, and that later event, of course, being the last chance qualifier. Ravenhurst around the 7. That is for the main event. Up front now, it's Lionheart trying to get to the lead. Bishop drives away though. But this battle to get into the main event isn't over. Ooh. Looks like Ravenhurst got into Michaels and that got him in the wall. Ravenhurst to third. Merzlag to fourth. Ishtar now battling with Gorman for sixth. This might allow Onesto to get back into a transfer position for the last chance qualifier. 5 to go now. Lionheart still trying to get to Bishop for the lead. They're side by side, 3 and 4 now. Bishop into the wall a little bit, 4 to go. And Gorman around Corbett. That actually gets back into the last chance qualifier. But this battle for the lead isn't over. Lionheart in the wall. Bishop back to the lead. 3 to go. Ravenhurst trying to get around Merzlag. Gorman trying to get around Michaels. Gorman now side by side with Ravenhurst. This is for to get into the main event. Gorman takes the spot. Now Michaels might get around Ravenhurst. We're coming to the final lap. Gorman now trying to take third away. Lionheart trying to get the stage, or not stage, but heat win. Let's come out of the final corner. It is going to be Bishop with the win. Bishop, Lionheart, Merzlag, Gorman transferring to the main event. Michaels, Ravenhurst, and Corbett to the last chance qualifier. Not heats. Heat. There we go. Oh, God damn it. Oh well. Alright. So, we'll find out who's going to be the last 4 to the main event and the last 3 to the last chance qualifier here in a second. We'll move on to Heat 3 now. For the final heat, it's Ryan Vaughn, Alan Bledsoe, Austin Spencer, Paul Bledsoe, Matthew Steelman, John Mullen, Jake Craig, Mahari, Tang, Kaiser DeMax, and Hunter Kiro, all battling for an opportunity to get into the main event and or the last chance qualifier. Alan Bledsoe on the pole alongside Hunter Kiro. Austin Spencer and Paul Bledsoe, last week's winner in row 2, Vaughn, Steelman, Tank, Kaiser, Mullen, Mohari, Craigo, and DeMax. Craigo's a little bit surprising considering he's a short track specialist in the back. Alright. As we now accelerate to... Oh, shit. Just barely missed the green flag. Oh, well. Not going to worry about it. Heat 3 underway. They race already 3 wide for second. Vaughn to the inside of Spencer. Kiro in the wall a little bit. As... You know how I always said Craigo was a short track specialist? Holy crap. Already working his way up. Vaughn now to the lead. Craigo with a huge run. Holy crap. Oh, Bledsoe hard in the wall a little bit. Hard in the wall a little bit? Wait. Anyways. Okay, short track specialist sucks at qualifying. That's my life in a nutshell. As Kiro has fallen all the way back with Mullen and Steelman. Craigo to the lead now. DeMax following him up to second. All 3 Craigo Racing Incorporated Dodges all in this race. Running first, second, and last. As Tang is up there in 4th. DeMax to the lead now. Kaiser, Spencer, and Bledsoe. Most of the race winners are actually in this heat, I think. Because you got Craigo, you got Bledsoe, you've got the other Bledsoe, Vaughn and Spencer in here. Or no, Vaughn's not a winner, but Kaiser is. Yeah, most of this race, like half the field in this race are race winners. As Craigo now fights back for the lead. DeMax hit the wall though, so that certainly helped Craigo. Paul Bledsoe, of course, using the momentum from last week. He's fighting for 3rd right now. Steelman has worked his way up through the field. He's now up to 6th. Vaughn falling back out of a transfer spot to Alan Bledsoe. Now here comes Hunter Kiro making it 3 wide. Trying to get into the, at the very least, the last chance qualifier. Steelman works his way into a transfer spot for the main event. Hunter Kiro looking to do the same, maybe kick Paul Bledsoe back to the last chance qualifier. As it's 24, 25, and 81 now for the last chance qualifier. Though here comes Ryan Vaughn now to the inside of Alan Bledsoe. Steelman, another short track specialist, has worked his way up to the front, trying to take second away from road course specialist Eugene DeMax. Hunter Kiro, of course, in second. He's also a road course specialist. He likes running these short tracks, though. Got one of his first wins at a short track. Ryan Vaughn up to 5th now. Can Steelman get the win in the heat and run down Craigo? DeMax has damage to the right side of his car, as you saw there, as he ran through turns 1 and 2. Everybody's in a wall here. Craigo has some damage. Here comes Steelman now to the inside for the lead. Behind him, Kiro took a look but couldn't quite get to DeMax. Austin Spencer holding strong to a position in the last chance qualifier. Kicks Paul Bledsoe back to 7th. Now Alan Bledsoe is going to take advantage and try and take 7th. Brothers battling for the last spot for a transfer into the last chance qualifier. Craigo falls back to 3rd, into the wall again, goes to 62. Alan Bledsoe with a run up to 5th now. Can Paul Bledsoe make a run up front? 51 is leading. Kiro, Craigo, DeMax, all into the wall. Craigo's got a run on Kiro now. Steelman pulling away. Gets in the wall a little bit, but so does everyone else. Less than 10 laps to go. Here, Hunter Kiro trying to find a way around to Max. Max having not a very good season. Trying to have some sort of luck to pull out some momentum with. Kiro now to the inside for second. Here comes Craigo. Potentially for third. And yes, Paul Bledsoe trying to find a way back into a transfer spot. He wants to continue racing tonight. Steelman has just pulled away. And here goes Bledsoe now, making a move for 7th, potentially 6th. So looks like 25 has a little bit of rear end damage. That's not going to hurt his case. Both Bledsoe brothers now fighting for the last chance qualifier. We're fighting to stay in a transfer spot for the last chance qualifier. John Mullen finished second last week, just outside of position in the last chance qualifier. So now here comes Ryan Vaughn fighting back on the inside. He will take 6th. Paul Bledsoe now trying to hang on for 7th. Craigo trying to take 2nd away from Kiro. Has to check up a little bit. 3 to go now. Paul Bledsoe back on the outside looking in. Austin Spencer with a ton of damage. It'll be 2 to go at the line. Ryan Vaughn now trying to take 5th away from Alan Bledsoe. White flag is out for Steelman. Paul Bledsoe still in 8th. Alan Bledsoe trying to fight back for 5th. But up front, it's going to be Steelman taking the win into the heat and transferring to the main event. Craigo gets 2nd. And while Alan makes it in, Paul will fall short. Tang, Kaiser, Mullen, Mahari, in addition to Paul Bledsoe, all done for the day. Alright, well, I don't want to add an S to the word heat. Anyways. That does it for the heat races. We'll be back with the last chance qualifier. Reason I'm exporting the results so that we can easily make that roster. Anyways, so we'll be right back with the last chance qualifier to see who will be the last 3 people to make it into that event. And now we're here at the last chance qualifier. 9 drivers enter, 3 move on to the main event. Vaughn, Legacy, Michaels, Boston, Alan Bledsoe, Spencer, Ravenhurst, Eckroth, Corbett, all trying to make their way into the race. Corbett, Legacy, and Boston already doing what they need to. They are in the first 3 starting spots. 15 laps around Eldora instead of just 25. Whoa. And of course, it would help if I had the ability to, Alright. Now that we're able to actually see the green flag come out, it is now out. 15 laps. Who will move on? Corbett's doing a great job. He's already out front. Boston and Legacy battle for 3rd. Or, excuse me, 2nd. Alan Bledsoe with a great move. Moves up in the 4th. Now he will move up to 3rd as Mark Boston looks to take the lead from Kyle Corbett. Corbett with a really high line. Gets into the cushion. Austin Spencer now trying to fight for the shot to stay alive in this race. As they're almost 4 wide for 2nd. And now they are 4 wide. They're 4 wide for second. Spencer and Michaels managed to get clear. This goes to show you just how much these guys are driving just to try and make it in. Bledsoe, Spencer battling for second. Michaels, Boston battling for the lead. Already a third of the way into the race now, as Boston goes from first to fourth now. Here comes Ryan Vaughn to the inside. And Vaughn now trying to get to Alan Bledsoe. He will. Michaels into the wall. Can Bledsoe take the lead? He gets to the inside of the 03. Mark Boston's not out of this yet. He's going to try and get to Ryan Vaughn. Here comes Eckroth, though, with a big run for fourth. But, of course, fourth place is not going to transfer you anymore. You have to finish in the top 3. Ryan Vaughn the second after Michaels gets into the wall again. Eckroth up to fourth, but here comes Corbett now back to the front, trying to find a way to get back into a transfer position. Ryan Vaughn on the back bumper of Alan Bledsoe for the lead. And for third place, for the transfer spot, Corbett takes it. So we're already past halfway. Alan Bledsoe now trying to take the lead back. They're 3 wide now for the final transfer spot. Corbett gets into Michaels. Michaels gets into Eckroth. Eckroth drives away. He takes the final transfer spot. These guys are giving it their all. I don't know why I happen to always click over to the pace car whenever these guys are driving by. Ooh! Alan Bledsoe go for a spin. That's going to bring out the caution as Corbett and Legsy get involved. Ooh! Michaels went around as well. Big contact for several drivers. The only time overtime will be used for a race, I think. Michaels and Spencer, their nights are done early. And yes, this would technically be end of regulation. I'm tempted to go into overtime just for the sake of going into overtime. We're going to have to take a look at that. As that all started when Alan Bledsoe got loose off of the final corner. Coming to 5 to go, I believe. No, they were coming to 4 to go. Alan Bledsoe gets loose, gets into the 2. He goes sliding. Almost saves it, gets into the loose stuff, hits the wall, comes back up the track. Looks like he got into Michaels there, and that's what got Michaels loose. Meanwhile, behind them, Alan Bledsoe gets hit by the 4 Legacy and the 99 of Corbett. Austin Spencer would have skated by after, however, because of the fact that the 03 hit the wall. Spencer's teammate Boston skates by, but Spencer just flies in there. The 03 slides down the track. They make contact. Ravenhurst with further contact into the 25. 4th Legacy somehow skirts by, and actually that should mean that these 3, literally the top 3 drivers currently, Eckroth, Vaughn, and Boston, the top 3 literally were the only drivers not to have damage in that race. Or not have damage because of that wreck, which means, by the rules that I am explicitly making up on the spot here just to add drama, Meaning, if you had damage from the wreck, you wouldn't be able to continue. And literally, these three are the only three that didn't have damage, so they would transfer anyway. Because these three would be the only three on track. Literally, 9 drivers were involved in... Or, no, not 9, but 6 drivers were involved in one wreck. And because of that, they would be the only ones to transfer over anyway. Wow. I mean, Ravenhurst and Corbett aren't pitting, but they were involved in the wreck. They have damage from the wreck. So, in fact, Ravenhurst is the only driver that was in the wreck to not retire from the race. So, yeah. Vaughn, Eckroth, and Boston will all transfer to the main event. By virtue of just being at the right place at the right time, apparently. Because Vaughn actually was not involved in the wreck. Yeah, there was contact between him and Bledsoe, but the wreck happened in turn 1. That contact happened exiting turn number 4. So, well, we'll see you at the All-Star race, folks. I'm going to get the roster set up.